Because he's no longer viewed as like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce's.
Oh, wow.
Right? You were connected to the biggest.
Jay got it for the music. Jay got it for the music.
You didn't see.
He deserved those.
Those shit there was like this, like Black excellence. They're sitting there like, yeah. It's the billionaire brunch. You're like,
I hate you, man.
Unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm gonna be with you niggas this year.
50 came up here and he was giving you flack for asking Fab to party. So he'll ask you to play the clip, man.
Yeah, play the clip. Go ahead.
I want you to party with me for your birthday, man.
We partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying?
I asked 50 about that. And he said you did the same thing to him. You asked him to take him shopping.
Yeah, I thought he needed some clothes.
The nigga Puff was like, first he was amping him to get style. Then he was like, yo, so when we gonna get the chance to kick it, like we could just hang out, nigga. We gotta kick it.
This is
Puff.
Okay.
He telling me we gotta kick it and shit. And he was like, yo, why don't we like go shopping or some shit? I mean, like I pay for it. And I was like, what the fuck this nigga just said? I got the fuck away from him because I was like, this nigga like the fucking. This nigga just tell me he'd take me shopping. I wrote for Puff, not guilty and a filthy. Come on.
Gotcha. Now, take this money, ain't this money. Oh, the G-Dep joint.
Yeah.
You wrote that?
Yeah,
Oh, you got a big plaque for that.
Yeah, I saw Yale said that you were supposed to sign the Bad Boy.
Look, they knew I was talented. They just looked at it and was like, I don't want all of the stuff that comes with him.
Mm-hmm.
But look, at that point, I would have probably did the deal. See, it was no other, like, at that point, look, when I was, Jennifer is who told Puff to work with me.
Jennifer Lopez. Okay.
Because her first album on the six, Corey Rooney was the executive producer. Corey Rooney was my executive producer for Power of the Dollar. So we had the relationship from Queens and everything coming out that put us in the same circles. And then Jennifer was telling me, yo, he is dope. You work with him, like eventually it's gonna happen. I haven't had issues with Puff where I don't like him like that. Like I don't like things that he would do and make me uncomfortable.
So we're speaking on Diddy, we're speaking on Puff.
Yeah. Okay. But I don't have that thing where we ain't had no thing. I wasn't sending nothing at him, big. If it was on the street side like that, we would be actively doing things to each other. Right. And we wasn't doing that. Right. So it gets to with Jay, definitely not that. That's definitely not. It's just being competitive. You know what I mean? So I look at it, I go, whoa, so I always go into what would I do in a situation like this? Like when that type of thing happens. And I'm going, I don't know. I hope things are all right for him internally.
Speaking on?
I mean, at the crib. Because in the statement they mentioned his
you talking about Jay?
His daughter would, being old enough to, because she about 13.
Right.
So it's the same age as his kids.
50 isn't just as bad as Diddy. 50 actually has a heart. He's a lovable thug. Somebody should ask Soulja Boy how loving he is. He's very loving. All that time they spent together and the way he believed in him. Oh my God. They were almost inseparable. Truth is, Curtis is a swish. Been a swish for many years. Everyone knows it. The reason why I haven't got behind Curtis Jackson is because the only reason he wants them out of the way is so he can take over. That's the only reason. Okay, there's a Sheena Lakani. Thank you for camming up, ma'am. You can cam down now. Until I get to know you, I'm going to put a banner up. Okay? And once I do that, I'll let you up.
Why are you and Fifth just...
Hey, yo.
Why y'all not...
Hey, yo, I don't have no beef with
I don't know why.
With Fifth. He loves me. He loves me.
Do y'all really
can't
have
see
a
it?
beef?
I mean, y'all can't see it.
No, we can't see it.
Y'all can't see that he loves me?
But see...
You really... Hold on. You really think that's hate? When you really break it down, you've been out here a long time.
You know he loves me.
I don't think he like you.
You know he loves me.
I don't think he like you.
Okay.
But why not? Y'all both passionate. Y'all both
I don't know.
hard.
Yo, check this out. I don't know.
Like, y'all
I don't.
both the same.
No, we are not.
Okay,
We are not the same.
But I mean,
we are
as
not
far as
cut
the way
from the
you
same
guys work
cloth.
Diddy just got betrayed by the one person he never saw coming. 50 Cent, his longtime rival, industry powerhouse, and truth-telling menace, has officially agreed to testify against him in court. The courtroom froze, the headlines exploded, and Diddy? He panicked so hard he tried to flee the courthouse like a guilty man with everything to hide. It's not just a rumor, it's public record. 50 Cent has been subpoenaed, confirmed by federal court to testify under oath in the growing criminal case against Sean Diddy Combs. And what 50 Cent knows, it's devastating. This isn't just beef, it's justice. For years, 50 Cent and Diddy danced around their rivalry. Shots thrown on social media, jabs in interviews, whispers behind the scenes. But now all of that tension is exploding in court. The feds want 50 to testify about what he saw, what he heard, and what he knows. Because 50 Cent wasn't just watching from the sidelines. He was in the rooms. He saw the movements, and the government believes his testimony could be the nail in the coffin. Court documents reveal that federal agents approached 50 weeks ago with evidence tying him to key locations, conversations, and private events connected to Diddy's alleged crimes, trafficking, witness tampering, financial cover-ups. And after reviewing the materials, 50 Cent made a choice. He's taking the stand. Prosecutors plan to question him about several high-profile industry events, including a now infamous penthouse meeting in Miami, a private island retreat in the Caribbean, and multiple parties held under the Code Red label, events now alleged to be fronts for Diddy's secret operation. And 50 Cent? He was there for all of it. Leaked messages show that Diddy once tried to keep 50 quiet, sending indirect warnings, spreading fear, and trying to push the narrative that 50 was jealous or obsessed. But now that narrative is dead because 50 Cent just flipped the entire game. When the court confirmed 50 as a witness, everything changed. Diddy spiraled. And just hours before his pretrial hearing, he did the unthinkable. He tried to run. Surveillance cameras captured every second. Diddy showed up in his usual flashy style, blacked out SUV, designer shades, smug grin. But as soon as he saw the media frenzy and got wind that 50 Cent's name was now officially in the witness file, something snapped. Instead of entering through the main doors, Diddy turned toward a restricted side entrance reserved for emergency transfers. One of his security guards shouted. Federal marshals reacted instantly. No weapons were drawn, no chaos, but Diddy was stopped. Hard, they made it clear. You're not above the law, the incident was reported on the record, and the prosecution didn't waste time. They filed a motion to label Diddy a flight risk. And the judge? She agreed. You will remain under strict travel restrictions. Your actions suggest intent to evade court protocol. That will not be tolerated. And then came the hammer. The prosecutor stood tall. One more note, Your Honor. Mr. Curtis Jackson, known publicly as 50 Cent, has accepted our subpoena. He will testify under oath. Boom. Diddy's face dropped, his hands shaking, his entire legal team froze. The courtroom buzzed, reporters scrambled to confirm it, and the judge simply nodded. It was happening. For decades, Diddy operated like a king, untouchable, protected by layers of money, power, and manipulation. But now, his entire empire is collapsing, and 50 Cent just pulled the first brick. Let's talk fallout. Because the second 50 agreed to testify, the collapse began. First, the brands. C-Rock? Terminated. Their press team released a one-line statement. Effective immediately, we have ended our partnership with Mr. Combs. Cold, ruthless, final, Revolt TV, imploding. Executives jumped ship. Internal memos leaked, calling the situation a PR catastrophe and legally unsalvageable. Advertisers pulled out, sponsors evaporated. Bad Boy Records, done. Artists started removing Diddy from credits. Old collaborators deleted posts. One source close to the label said, nobody wants his name touching theirs now. Spotify and Apple Music quietly removed Diddy's playlist features. Billboard dropped mentions of him from recent industry events. The erasure had begun, and it was fast. Behind the scenes, things were even worse. The feds had already been building their case for months, raiding homes, seizing phones, tracking offshore accounts. But when 50 Cent confirmed he'd testify, new witnesses came forward, fast. Within 72 hours, at least 7 additional witnesses contacted federal prosecutors. Why? Because 50 broke the silence. He opened the door. And now the truth is pouring in. We're talking party planners, flight attendants, assistants, and business managers, all saying the same thing. Diddy ran his empire like a criminal organization, and they've got the receipts. Encrypted text messages, bank transfers, NDA agreements, security footage, hidden recordings, all of it. And 50 Cent saw the machine from the inside. That's why the government is calling him the backbone of their case. They want 50 to walk the jury through the system, how Diddy used fear to control, money to silence, and status to intimidate. From the invitation-only parties to the secret cash drops, 50 Cent's testimony is expected to paint a brutal, honest picture of what really happened behind closed doors. One incident under heavy scrutiny, a private rooftop party in Manhattan, 2018. Guests were told no phones. Multiple witnesses say the party ended with crying women, hushed voices, and signed documents. 50 Cent left early, and now prosecutors want to know what he saw and why he left. Another flashpoint, a jet trip to St. Barth's. Leaked travel logs place both Diddy and 50 Cent on the flight, alongside several now identified victims. The government believes this trip was used to orchestrate payoffs and silence certain individuals. 50 Cent, now on the record, is expected to confirm key details about what happened after that flight landed, and this time, there's no escaping the truth. With each new witness, each new subpoena, Diddy's circle shrinks. His lawyers are overwhelmed, his publicists have gone silent, his own family hasn't shown up in court, even his sons are reportedly distancing themselves. Because when 50 Cent steps onto that stand and raises his right hand, the court will hear the raw truth from someone who saw it all and has nothing left to lose. This isn't about revenge, it's about reckoning. And the government, they're ready. They're planning to walk the jury through years of evidence, using 50's testimony as the map. The financial records, the burner phones, the gag orders, the intimidation tactics. It's all part of a coordinated campaign to expose Diddy's criminal operation. Investigators already uncovered over 2 terabytes of data from seized hard drives. Internal spreadsheets linked Diddy's personal credit card to expenses at Code Red events. Parties witnesses say were fronts for darker dealings. 50 Cent's name appears in several of those spreadsheets, and now he's explaining exactly what those nights meant. Prosecutors will ask about payout chains, encrypted messages, private safes, and guest lists. They'll follow every wire transfer, every hush payment, every flight plan, and every backroom deal. Because Diddy didn't just make music, he made enemies, and one of them, 50 Cent, is now the government's star witness. Inside sources say the prosecution plans to open the trial with 50's testimony. They believe starting with him sets the tone. No more lies, no more fear, just facts from someone who lived it. And when 50 speaks, people listen. This isn't the end of a rivalry, it's the end of an empire. Diddy can't spin his way out of this. He can't dance around the evidence. He can't silence the witnesses anymore. Because now even the loudest man in the room, 50 Cent, is standing with the truth. This trial is going to drag every secret into the light. No more bodyguards, no more parties, just a courtroom, a jury, and a long list of receipts. And at the center of it all, 50 Cent, testifying with nothing but the truth. Diddy thought he was untouchable, but now the walls are closing in and there's no escape. This isn't a scandal, it's a collapse. And the collapse starts now.